Hi, I'm Nina and this is Intrinsic. This is a place where I share resources that I have found help a child's intrinsic motivation drive their education. And as I've shared reviews about games and apps and other things, I had a request to do a video about our routine and how it fits into our schedule. So here it is. With our family, we find a good balance when we schedule a lot of outings. She's been enrolled at Knox Academy, which is a part-time, project-based private school. We love to do theater. We love to visit museums and outings with friends. But on the days that we're home, we tend to be very fluid. And if you're familiar with approaches, Gameschool, Unschool, or project-based learning, are kind of the umbrellas. And when you hear Unschool for the first time, you may be thinking that I am rebellious and I don't care about what she does and we sit around and eat Twinkies all day. But that's not what it means. It means that I create a rich environment for her to explore, and it allows her intrinsic motivation to drive her education. It doesn't mean she has free reign all day. I do have expectations, but I'm picking my battles in the things that make our life more functional, because she's learning whether I am stopping her momentum and making it what I want to teach, or whether I'm following her momentum and helping embrace her curiosity. As I was recording footage for this video, my daughter and I were snuggling, and this perfect example of how our education is just integrated into our life came up. We had a disagreement because we both had a different piece of the puzzle of how the fight or flight system works, and ended up looking it up. I said, don't tell your brainstem that he can come in, or your brainstem will produce all sorts of adrenaline.
No, it's not my brainstem. It's my adrenal gland.
How do you spell adrenal?
A-D-R-E-N-A-L. The adrenal glands aren't in your brain. And the brainstem doesn't tell the adrenal glands to produce. It's the pituitary gland that does it.
Okay.
I believe I've seen sodium and chlorine react together.
Really? Really? Chase is allergic to cats?
You know, there are allergies on the fur.
Yeah? What about, could you be allergic to like lizards?
No, I don't think so, because they don't have fur.
Okay. Hey gorgeous, will you rinse your plate off? Yeah, that's what I mean. Did you rinse it?
I did.
Great. You want to go get dressed?
Yes.
Great. I want to just kind of put out there that this isn't the only right way to homeschool. This is what works for us. Think of your education like nutrition. We all need nutrients. We all need to learn, but we all have different needs and circumstances. So someone may be vegan, someone may have allergies, and you're gonna have to adapt, just like you have to cook for your family or order for your family or however you feed your children. You're gonna have to adapt it to meet the needs of your family, the needs of your kids, and your personality. Our day up to this point when we've gotten ready is the same whether we're going out or we are having a day at home, but after that it changes. My daughter does need to have a rhythm of the day sort of feel even if we're at home, so while I make most of our day fluid, we do make a point to stop for breakfast and lunch and dinner and our bedtime routine to kind of mark the time passing. And at times when I feel like she's struggling a little bit more, I have implemented a little bit more structure, but not too much. This is a schedule that we did for a little bit, but I wasn't really strict at following it unless I could feel her sort of getting lost in the day. No, spray's only getting here. You can go like this. See how I'm spraying it out? And then it will get all over here. So you can go like that. See how I hold it instead of down here? I hold it like this so it goes out. There you go.
How's that?
Look around and see if you can find any drops. I see some drops right here. Some spray right here. So dry that off. You gotta push against it.
Oh, it's like brushing my teeth.
Yeah, but don't use that to brush your teeth.
Yeah, like O did.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Between breakfast and lunch and dinner, she has time to explore however she would like. We have lots of awesome things on the iPad. She spends a lot of time doing that. She loves to play with her figures. She likes to read. She likes to play games. A lot of times the things that she's exploring will evolve into wanting to do an experiment. Sometimes she likes to do that independently, and sometimes she needs my help. Sometimes she has a project in mind. And here's a few examples of some of the things that have come up during this time of our day.
Candles are out now because carbon dioxide gas is heavier than air. So if you were to pour it onto lit candles, it would displace the air. And that's why they went out.
Yeah.
Because they had no oxygen. Moss is a plant that needs only a little moisture to start growing.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Like, what does it need a seed? How does it start?
A spore.
Oh, okay.
It produces spores, which travel through the air. And if it lands somewhere with the right conditions, it can grow into a whole new moss.
Wow.
And it's the most common type of bryophyte.
What's bryophyte?
A bryophyte is a seedless plant that isn't vascular.
Oh, it's considered a plant?
Yep.
Why is it different than, like, mushrooms?
Mushrooms are made of some of the same kinds of stuff that animals are made of.
Oh, really?
Yes. Well, plants are made of different things. And from a distance, it might look like fuzzy green carpets, but they're actually short leaves around thick, wiry stalks.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. This is kind of scratchy.
And moss is one of the same plants that lemmings eat. It's one of the.
What's a lemming?
It's a little animal that lives where it's super cold.
One of my daughter's favorite things to do is scripting. She loves to replay things that she's seen and heard and read. And in order to take that passion of hers and to make it benefit more aspects of her learning, I have required that she writes a script anytime we're going to play something out. And in this particular instance, she wanted to make costumes, which is awesome for math, spatial engineering, shape. And the zebras were migrating, but then Muhimo just stopped. Muhimo, stop. And she said,
It's time! I did touch the pot, but good thing my nervous system told my hand to move away.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Your nervous system did? How does it do that?
My brain sends messages through the nerves to the muscle to my hand, and my skin told my hand to move away from the pot.
Really?
That's how I stopped the burning. A long time ago, people owned an animal called a taurus. Evolved into today's cows.
Really? A Taurus? Hey, gorgeous.
What?
So I'd like you to clear the table, rinse those off, and set them in the sudsy water. And then I also have, there's also some dishes for you to put away. And then you can come play the game. Do you need help opening it? Put your arms straight out. This one too, straight out.
But what about that's made of glass?
Yeah, it is.
Glass breaks easily.
It does. That's why you are careful with it.
Oh. I didn't know how much. Have to open. So camouflage, crawl, colorful. It has no leg.
No legs.
But it has 5 arms.
I know what it is.
A starfish.
Yes. Strong, intelligent, large.
Is it a primate?
Define primate.
A primate is a kind of animal that has a opposable thumb. Does it use tools? J, does it start with the sh sound? Does it start with G? Gorilla?
Yes! Quick, small rodent.
Does it hop? So that's a little bit like a jackrabbit. Does it have similar features?
I love to collect and eat nuts.
Squirrel?
Yeah. After lunch and before dinner, there's more time to explore. We do use the iPad a ton, and it has been an awesome resource. We have a lot of great things on there, and I plan on doing a video about all of the things that we have on there, just kind of an overview pretty soon. So look for that. Another thing is that our bedtime, I feel like, has so many things that we need that I don't feel like I have to push them into the rest of our day. We are reading together. A lot of times we're using Life of Fred as our bedtime story, which is an awesome, quirky math story. And my daughter loves listening to The Good and the Beautiful history dramatizations. So that's pretty much how our days flow. Hopefully you are able to get the gist of it, and hopefully even if you can't adopt this philosophy full-time, it was helpful in knowing how you can have pockets of time where you can explore and allow natural curiosity to drive the education. As I was recording and editing this, maybe I need to edit that, I noticed a lot of things that I suspect you probably are curious about, and so I tried to leave a link of things, even not so Gameschool, like my lunch containers and the cleaner we use, Force of Nature. So I'll put links below. If there's anything else you're curious about, ask me, and I will reply to your comment and update the description and also my spreadsheet for all of the things that we are using, like games and apps and books. And thanks for watching Intrinsic.
If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Intrinsic, because meaningful learning is driven by desire from within.
The passions within me, 'cause I'm intrinsically